Hey, Roadrunner fans, Brian Rowan here, Executive Director of Athletics, joined by Gus Ostrum. Gus, welcome back to the In the Chaparral podcast. Little different format for us. We're going to pass the mic back and forth today, but all good stuff and real positive.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's not different. We got a great schedule coming up in the coming week.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you for coming back with me. Coming off a really exciting night, the first Rowan College Derby at Rowan University. Thank you to them for hosting. Women's soccer got a huge win. Motivation for them moving forward. Men's soccer played a really hard-fought match, dropped one to the Dukes from Cumberland, but they're right back at it this weekend. And let's start with the weekend coverage. Women's soccer at home, Montgomery College from Maryland coming up to take us on 12 noon.
Yeah, that's a tough match. Montgomery is a D1 program, and they're top notch every year. It's going to be a tough game. We're playing at a very high level right now. We've won 2 games in a row, and the offense is coming around. And I think that Coach Rutler's team hopefully will be ready to pull off another big win here.
Make sure, fans, you go to rcroadrunners.com. Also, our YouTube, Facebook. Got some great videos from last night, interviews with the players. Really excited about their win last night, bringing home the South Jersey Shield. Men's soccer is on the road. They're at Ulster, New York. Long trip, all the way far up in New York to play Ulster. But should be a good matchup, and they really could use a win.
Yeah, they've had problems putting the ball in the net, haven't scored in the last 2 games, but they've been very aggressive. The shots are there. It's just not falling. I have a feeling once it does, a guy like Justin Fye's been putting some shots on net there, just not going in. But it's going to turn around quickly, I think. Playing great defense, by the way.
For sure, and a talented team. So we expect that when they do break out, it'll be in a big way. Cross country goes to one of the meets that I really like, or courses I really like, White Clay Creek Park in Delaware, hosted by the University of Delaware. So a big event, obviously, for them this weekend. Noah Ziriak's been off to a good start. On the women's side, we'll have a full lineup this week, so that'll be a positive. They're finally at full strength. Great course. Really looking forward to that, Gus. Anything going on the cross country front?
Yeah, so you have 2 weeks in a row of some pretty decent, cross-country courses, like you mentioned, down in Delaware, and then also the Cathcart Invitational the following week down at Salisbury University. These are 2 very competitive meets for our Roadrunners. Our rosters are starting to come into shape here. We have a full roster on both sides, so I think this is a good preview, maybe, or a good way to get into the regions coming down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. So look for those results. That's going to be really interesting to see how they shape up this week. Obviously, Division I hosting the races, NCAA D1 Delaware. It's going to be great competition, but that's a way to really test yourself and see where you match up. So that'll be good. Women's volleyball finally back in action. A little bit of a slow end of the week. They were off on Thursday. We host Bergen, 12 noon, and then next week have just one match at Brookdale. Crucial matches, both Garden State Athletic Conference, both Region 19.
Yeah, again, the roster is at full strength now, and they are playing incredibly well. Okay, they've won, a couple matches in a row here. They have a winning record. They're at 6-5. I think Coach Rebecca Pearson really has these ladies right on the right track. I think we're very strong contenders once we get into a playoff situation.
I want to mention Syasia Bryant. She's been one of the most improved throughout the year. Right. Looked like she wasn't fully comfortable in the beginning, but is getting there in the middle, and had some great blocks the other night.
Yeah, and not only she's going into her role very, very nicely there, and several players are as well, especially Dominique Marcano. Of course, Taylor Caldas is back from last year, and we have several others. So the team is really shaping up. They're playing well, and they're starting to to play some tough opponents in a real positive manner there.
Yeah, looking forward to that. A big one on the road Tuesday at Brookdale. That's always a rivalry matchup for us in Roadrunner Athletics. Gus, you and I are both sporting the unified sports shirts today. Great program out there, checking them every Friday. Work with the New Jersey Special Olympics. Great thing at Rowan University. Just really touched my heart last night. One of the reasons we start that program is to build that relationship through sports, but have it carry over in the classroom and socially. And last night I saw so many of our unified athletes at our soccer games at Rowan University, intermingled with our athletes and other people from the campus. And that's the true idea of a unified generation. It was a great thing to watch.
I saw a few high fives out there last night. They really were interacting quite a bit. Ant Lob was out there. He was he was having a great time. Everybody was having a great time out there. And by the way, I saw Brian playing soccer with the group the other day here. So some interesting footage.
Yeah, my knees are hurting, but I got out there. I couldn't keep up with them. Hey, it was great. Chris Beck even made it, got himself in one of the championship photos last night. That was a funny one. Hey, fans, thanks for joining us on the In the Chaparral podcast. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. You need to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Instagram story, and follow the RCSJ Sports Media team on Instagram as well. Thanks for joining us in the Chaparral.
Thank you. Go Roadrunners.